What is up, guys? Welcome back to Northern Concepts. Today I got a cool video for you guys. We're going to be talking about the must-have firearms that one in Alaska may need. This is a interesting topic. It's a unique topic for those of you that are not from Alaska. Obviously, Alaska has challenges that are hard to find and replicate in other places in the US and for the world, for that matter. Some of the challenges that are unique to Alaska are extreme cold, large and dangerous game, and extreme remoteness. I'm going to be presenting the two firearms that I think are absolutely necessary to have in your arsenal when living up here in Alaska. The first firearm that I think everybody in Alaska needs to have is some sort of .22. So this is obviously a Gucci'd out one. This is a Ruger 1022 with a Magpul Hunter stock, a super dope chrome bull barrel, fluted, threaded, red dot, extended magazine. Your 1022 does not need to look all Gucci'd out like this. Matter of fact, this was my first 22, just a little Marlin wooden stock. It's a squirrel gun, tube fed, as basic as it gets, guys. The reason having a 22 in Alaska is so important is, one, the ammo is super cheap, and two, the firearms are super cheap. Now, those may not seem like great reasons, but I can tell you from a standpoint of a student, as a person who's working full time, having a 22 can get you to the range, actually have you putting rounds down range, even if it's not a fighting rifle kind of thing. Having some sort of way to practice without breaking the bank and spending all of your money is super important. Now, the reason that it's so important in Alaska specifically is because there are all kinds of small game that a 22 is plenty good for. We're talking snowshoe hare, we're talking ptarmigan, we're talking grouse, we're talking squirrel, all these things. These are animals that 100% you can eat, though I don't know about the red squirrels. Those creatures are fucking rabid. They're crazy. Get yourself a 22. The second firearm I think is necessary to have when living in Alaska is some sort of animal defense firearm. Now, the reason why I say some sort of is because there are all kinds of different ways you can do it, okay? The historical way was to get a large caliber revolver. So right here, I have a Smith & Wesson 629. This is a 44 Magnum, all right? This is a classic in Alaska. 44 Magnum and Alaska go hand in hand. Revolvers are great. They're extremely reliable. They're not prone to jamming like a semi-auto would be. 44 Magnum and Alaska go hand in hand. It's a extremely common round and an extremely effective round for animal defense. Okay, now we're not using 44 Magnum to conceal carry. It's just not the round for that. This is a 44 Magnum. This is a 9mm. You can tell the difference. A lot of people say, oh, I need a bear gun. I need a bear gun. This would be a perfect bear gun. It is, it really is. What you really have to worry about are moose. So if you're not aware, bears sleep for a majority of the winter. They're hibernating. Moose do not. Moose are just out all the time. And if you've not seen a moose, I'll put a picture here. Moose are fucking huge, okay? And they are mean sons of bitches. I've had moose charge me and it is not fun, extremely scary, but a 44 Magnum is a great bear gun, great moose gun, because again, that is the actual threat that I have mine for. This is just a solid lead projectile. This is not something that I would actually load into my gun if I was going out into the backcountry. I have special rounds specifically for that. Extreme penetrators work very well. Bullets don't always go into animals like they do people. A 44 Magnum is gonna blow a giant hole through a person for sure. But when we're talking about big animals, specifically bear, moose, they are made of thick fur, thick muscle, and thick bone, and then you get to the vital organs, the things that you're trying to hit to stop that animal from advancing on you. That is why a 44 Magnum or some other kind of animal defense handgun is important. The reason why I specify handgun is because in Alaska, if you're not four-wheeling out to wherever you're going, if you're not snow machining out to where you're going, you are walking. Now, I have done multiple trips carrying long guns as animal defense. It's heavy, it's cumbersome, it smacks you in the legs, the barrel gets stuffed with snow. So I think that having a handgun like this one, or a 10 millimeter, even a 45 ACP. I would consider 45 ACP to be the very bare minimum when it comes to animal defense. So having a handgun allows you to still be lightweight, to still be able to carry a bag, and not be super weighed down by a long gun. What is the best animal defense firearm that you can have in Alaska? It is a 12 gauge shotgun. So this right here is a Mossberg 590. You can see how beat up it is. If I'm not mistaken, this is an 8+1 shotgun. This is a 20-inch barrel. The reason why I believe that a 12 gauge shotgun is the best firearm for animal defense in Alaska is because this is a 12 gauge shotgun shell. This is a 44 Magnum, and that is our little baby 9 millimeter. So this right here is the Brennecke Black Magic slug, okay? This shotgun slug specifically is the one that Alaska Fish and Game has been using for years and recommends for animal defense purposes. When we were looking at the 44 Magnum, I had mentioned that what you want is a heavy round to punch through that flesh, fur, bone, muscle. The reason why I bring that up is because a 12 gauge slug, specifically the Black Magic slugs, those are made for that, designed for that. There is a bear on the package, so you know it's good. The issue is with such a long shotgun like this, if you are skiing out or if you are hiking out and you have it slung, it's hitting you everywhere you don't want it to. And that is something to consider. So that is why I'm a big supporter of the handgun for animal defense. There are the Mossberg Shockwaves. I'll put up a picture here, and that would be a great option for somebody who wants to be extra safe, have that extra bit of firepower for animal defense. They are hard to control simply because they don't have a stock. So let's wrap this up. What do you need firearm-wise to live in Alaska? Some sort of 22. Again, does not need to be super fancy. It can be just a little wooden squirrel gun. A 22 is important because it allows you to get food and it allows you to have a cheap firearm to shoot to actually go out and train and get practice. The next firearm is some sort of animal defense. I am a big believer in 44 Magnum, but if you have a 10 millimeter, that is just as good. If you have a 12 gauge shotgun and you're willing to lug it around, that is just as good. I do believe that those two firearms are the necessities to have when living up here in Alaska. Some sort of 22 to get small game and some sort of animal defense firearm for animal defense. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. If you liked the video, please give it a like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you have anything cool to say. I love reading the comments, guys. That's all I got today. Thanks for watching Northern Concepts.
Do you take credit cards? No, this is Patrick.